Imagine for a moment you're standing at the starting line of the greatest race of your life. The race isn't against others. It's against yourself, against your doubts, your fears, your limitations. Now here's the kicker. You've already won. That's right. You've crossed that finish line in your mind, felt the thrill of victory, tasted the sweetness of success. How does that change the way you approach the starting gun? That, my friends, is the power of acting as if you were winning. It's not about pretending or faking it. It's about embodying the spirit, the mindset, the very essence of a winner before the world catches up to recognize your victory. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I'm not winning. I've got bills piling up, relationships falling apart, dreams gathering dust on the shelf. I hear you. I've been there. We've all been there. But here's the secret. Winning isn't a destination. It's a decision. It's a choice you make every single morning when you open your eyes. Let me share a little story with you. Back in my day, I knew a young man who worked at a local diner. He wasn't just flipping burgers. He was serving up excellence with every order. He smiled at every customer, remembered their names, their usual orders. He kept that place spotless, not because the boss was watching, but because that's what winners do. One day, a successful businessman noticed this young man's exceptional attitude. He struck up a conversation and asked, "Son, why are you working so hard? This isn't even your restaurant." The young man looked him straight in the eye and said, "Not yet, sir, but one day it will be." Fast forward 5 years, and you know what? That young man owns not just that diner, but a chain of restaurants across the state. He acted as if he was already a successful restaurant owner long before he had the title or the bank account to match. It's the power of acting as if you're winning. It's not about deluding yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your aspirations. It's about treating your current situation as the training ground for your future success. Now let's break this down. How do we put this principle into action? How do we learn to act as if we're winning? First, you've got to get clear on what winning looks like for you. And I'm not just talking about the big picture, the end goal. I'm talking about winning today, winning this hour, winning this very minute. If you're a salesperson, winning might be making one more call than you did yesterday. If you're a parent, it might be having one more meaningful conversation with your child. If you're an artist, it might be spending 10 more minutes honing your craft. You see, winners don't just focus on the championship game. They win in practice, they win in their preparation, they win in the little moments that others overlook. Second, you've got to change your vocabulary. Words have power, my friends. They shape our reality. Instead of saying "I hope," start saying "I will." Instead of "I'll try," say "I'm committed." Instead of "I can't," say "How can I?" I remember a time when I was just starting out in my career. I was scared, unsure, feeling like an imposter. But I made a decision. Every morning I looked in the mirror and said, "You're a world-class speaker. You have a message that changes lives." At first it felt ridiculous. But day by day those words sank in. They became my reality. And eventually the world caught up. Third, you've got to surround yourself with winners. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's not just a catchy saying. It's a fundamental truth. If you want to act like a winner, hang around winners. Now, I'm not saying abandon your friends and family. But I am saying be intentional about seeking out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. Join a mastermind group. Attend seminars. Read biographies of great men and women. Fill your mind with the thoughts of winners, and you'll start thinking like a winner. Fourth, you've got to embrace failure as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Winners aren't people who never fail. They're people who never quit. They see failure as feedback, as a chance to learn and grow. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a winner. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. I remember when I was writing my first book. I poured my heart and soul into it, only to receive rejection after rejection from publishers. It was tempting to give up, to believe that maybe I didn't have what it takes. But instead, I chose to act as if I was already a best-selling author. I kept writing, kept improving, kept believing, and eventually that book didn't just get published. It changed lives. Fifth, you've got to develop discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns dreams into reality. Winners don't wait for motivation. They create it through consistent action. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. Make your bed every morning. Keep your promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. These small acts of discipline compound over time, creating an unstoppable momentum. Sixth, you've got to cultivate gratitude. Winners aren't just grateful for what they have. They're grateful for what's coming. They thank the universe in advance for their success. Start and end each day by listing 5 things you're grateful for. Include things that haven't happened yet, but that you're working towards. Feel the emotion of having already achieved your goals. This isn't wishful thinking. It's mental rehearsal. It's programming your subconscious mind for success. Seventh, you've got to take massive action. Winners don't just think big. They act big. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create their own weather. I once heard a story about a young entrepreneur who wanted to start a business but didn't have any capital. Instead of waiting for a loan or an investor, he started selling products door to door. He reinvested every penny he made back into his business. Today, he runs a multi-million-dollar company. He acted as if he was already a successful businessman, and the world eventually caught up. You've got to develop resilience. Life will knock you down, that's a given. The question is, how fast can you get back up? Winners have a bounce-back factor. They understand that it's not about never falling. It's about always rising. Develop a morning routine that energizes you. Exercise regularly. Meditate. Feed your mind with positive input. Build your emotional and mental muscles so that when life throws a punch, you can take it and come back swinging. Ninth, you've got to become a lifelong learner. The moment you stop learning, you stop winning. The world is changing faster than ever before. What brought you success yesterday might not work tomorrow. Winners stay ahead of the curve by constantly upgrading their skills and knowledge. Read at least 1 book a month. Listen to educational podcasts during your commute. Attend workshops and seminars. Invest in yourself. Your mind is your greatest asset. Treat it as such. 10th, you've got to serve others. True winners understand that success isn't just about accumulating wealth or accolades. It's about making a difference. It's about leaving the world a little better than you found it. Look for ways to add value to others' lives. Mentor someone, volunteer. Share your knowledge. The more you give, the more you receive. It's one of life's great paradoxes. Now, let's talk about the challenges you'll face when you start acting as if you're winning. Because make no mistake, there will be challenges. People might not understand. They might call you delusional or arrogant. They might try to bring you down to their level. Remember, crabs in a bucket will always try to pull down the one trying to climb out. Don't let their limitations become your limitations. You might face self-doubt. There will be days when you look in the mirror and think, who am I kidding? That's normal. That's human. But that's also the moment when you need to double down on your commitment to act as if you're winning. You might face setbacks. Plans will fail. Deals will fall through. People will let you down. But remember, setbacks are setups for comebacks. Every problem comes bearing its own solution. Your job is to find it. You might face fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing about fear. It's often a signpost pointing towards what you need to do next. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's what winners do. You might face criticism. People will question your methods, your motives, your madness. But remember, critics aren't the ones who count. The credit belongs to the man in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, but who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause. Now, let me be clear. Acting as if you're winning doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean living in a fantasy world. It means aligning your actions, your thoughts, and your beliefs with your highest aspirations. It means living in the present while keeping an eye on the future. It means doing the work day in and day out, even when you don't see immediate results. It means believing in yourself even when no one else does. It means staying committed to your goals, even when the path gets tough. It means treating every interaction, every task, every challenge as an opportunity to showcase your best self. It means bringing your A game, not just to the big moments, but to every moment. It means being grateful for what you have while being excited about what's to come. It means celebrating small victories while keeping your eye on the big prize. It means being kind to yourself when you fall short while holding yourself to high standards. It means seeing obstacles as opportunities, problems as possibilities, and failures as feedback. It means choosing growth over comfort, progress over perfection, and action over analysis paralysis. It means being the person you aspire to be right here, right now. Not waiting for someday, but starting today. Not hoping for the right conditions, but creating them. Not wishing for a better life, but building it with your own two hands. Remember, success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. And when you act as if you're winning, you become the kind of person who attracts success. So, my friends, I challenge you. For the next 30 days, act as if you're winning. Wake up every morning and ask yourself, if I were already successful, how would I approach this day? Then do that. Act as if your dreams have already come true. Carry yourself with the confidence of someone who knows their victory is assured. Speak as if you're already living your ideal life. Use the vocabulary of success. Replace I hope with I will. Replace I'll try with I'm committed. Replace if only with when I work as if you're already at the top of your field. Go the extra mile. Do more than is expected. Deliver excellence, not because someone is watching, but because that's who you are. Treat others as if you're already successful. Be generous with your time, your knowledge, your resources. Success is not a zero-sum game. The more you give, the more you receive. Handle setbacks as if you're already a winner. See them as temporary, as learning opportunities, as chances to showcase your resilience. Remember, it's not about never falling. It's about always rising. Manage your finances as if you're already wealthy. Be wise with your resources. Invest in yourself. Remember, it's not about how much you make, but how much you keep and how you use it. Take care of your health as if you're a world-class athlete. Your body is the vehicle that will carry you to your dreams. Treat it with respect. Nourish it. Strengthen it. Rest it. Nurture your relationships as if you're already living your best life. Be present. Be kind. Be understanding. Remember, success means nothing if you have no one to share it with. Pursue your goals as if failure is not an option. Not with desperation, but with determination. Not with fear, but with enthusiasm. Not with, and most importantly, believe in yourself as if your success is already guaranteed. Because here's the truth. It is. The only question is whether you'll step into it or step away from it. You see, acting as if you're winning isn't about pretending. It's about preparing. It's about aligning your current actions with your future success. It's about becoming the person who deserves the success you seek. And here's the beautiful part. When you consistently act as if you're winning, something magical happens. Your actions start to create results. Your beliefs start to shape your reality. Your mindset starts to attract opportunities. And before you know it, you're not just acting as if you're winning. You are winning. Let's dive deeper into this transformative process. When you adopt a winning mindset, you're not just putting on a show for others. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. You're rewiring your brain to seek out opportunities, to find solutions where others see problems, to persist where others would quit. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how when you buy a new car, suddenly you start seeing that same model everywhere? It's not that there are more of those cars on the road. It's that your brain is now tuned to notice them. The same principle applies when you start acting as if you're winning. Your brain becomes attuned to opportunities for success, to pathways for growth, to possibilities for achievement. But here's the key. It's not enough to just think positively. Positive thinking alone is like a car without gas. It looks good, but it won't take you anywhere. You need to couple that winning mindset with decisive action. That's where the magic really happens. When you combine a winning mindset with consistent, purposeful action, you create what I call a success spiral. Each small win boosts your confidence, which in turn fuels more positive action, which leads to bigger wins, and the cycle continues. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering size and momentum as it goes. Let me share a story with you. Years ago, I met a young woman at one of my seminars. She was working a dead-end job, struggling to make ends meet, feeling stuck and hopeless. But something clicked for her during our discussion on acting as if you're winning. She decided right then and there to change her approach to life. She started small. She began dressing for the job she wanted, not the job she had. She started speaking with more confidence. Even when she didn't feel it inside, she volunteered for projects at work that were beyond her current role. Was it uncomfortable? You bet. Did she feel like an imposter at times? Absolutely. But she persisted. Within 6 months, she'd been promoted. Within a year, she'd started her own business on the side. 2 years later, when I ran into her again, she was running a successful company, mentoring other young entrepreneurs, and living. What changed? Her circumstances didn't magically improve overnight. She didn't suddenly inherit a fortune or win the lottery. What changed was her mindset, which changed her actions, which changed her results. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's great for her, but my situation is different. I have real problems, real obstacles, and I hear you. Life isn't always fair. We all face challenges, some more daunting than others. But here's the truth. While we can't always control our circumstances, we can always control our response to those circumstances. Acting as if you're winning doesn't mean ignoring the challenges. It means approaching those challenges with the confidence and resourcefulness of a winner. It means asking yourself, how would a successful person handle this situation? And then doing that. Think about any great achievement in history. The Wright brothers' first flight, the civil rights movement, landing a man on the moon. Do you think these things were accomplished by people who dwelled on all the reasons why they couldn't succeed? No. They were achieved by people who acted as if success was inevitable, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is the #1 killer of dreams. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing about fear. It's often a compass pointing directly at what we need to do next. The very thing you're afraid of is usually the very thing you need to do to grow, to succeed, to win. So how do winners handle fear? They feel it, acknowledge it, and then do what needs to be done anyway. They understand that courage isn't the absence of fear, but action in the face of fear. I remember when I first started public speaking. I was terrified. My palms would sweat, my heart would race, my mouth would go dry. But I acted as if I was born to be on that stage. I acted as if I had an important message that the world needed to hear. And you know what? Over time, it became true. The fear never fully went away, but it transformed from a paralyzing force into an energizing one. That's another secret of winners. They don't try to eliminate fear or uncertainty. They harness it. They use it as fuel. They understand that if your goals don't scare you a little, they're probably not big enough. Now let's talk about failure. If you're going to act as if you're winning, you need to reframe your relationship with failure. Winners don't see failure as the opposite of success. They see it as a necessary step on the path to success. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a winner. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson. Every no gets you one step closer to a yes. When you act as if you're winning, you don't shy away from failure. You embrace it. You seek it out because you understand that the fastest way to succeed is to fail fast, learn fast, and adjust fast. But here's an important point. Acting as if you're winning doesn't mean acting as if you're perfect. Winners aren't perfect. They're persistent. They're not flawless. They're flexible. They make mistakes, but they don't let those mistakes define them. They learn, they adjust, and they keep moving forward. This brings us to another crucial aspect of acting as if you're winning: continuous learning and growth. Winners have an insatiable appetite for knowledge. They're always looking to improve, to expand their skills, to deepen their understanding. In today's rapidly changing world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. The skills that brought you success yesterday might not be enough tomorrow. That's why winners are lifelong learners. They read voraciously. They seek out mentors. They attend seminars and workshops. They're always sharpening their saw. But it's not just about accumulating knowledge, it's about applying that knowledge. Winners are action takers. They don't just read about new ideas. They implement them. They don't just talk about their goals. They pursue them relentlessly. This commitment to growth extends to all areas of life. Winners understand that true success is holistic. It's not just about making money or achieving professional goals. It's about nurturing relationships, taking care of your health, growing spiritually, and contributing to your community. When you act as if you're winning, you approach every aspect of your life with the same level of commitment and excellence. You don't compartmentalize. You bring your best self to everything you do, whether it's a high-stakes business meeting or a family dinner. Now let's address a common misconception. Some people think that acting as if you're winning means being arrogant or boastful. Nothing could be further from the truth. True winners are humble, they're grateful, they understand that no one succeeds alone. When you act as if you're winning, you lift others up along with you. You become a source of inspiration and encouragement for those around you. You create a rising tide that lifts all boats. Brings us to an essential truth. Winning isn't just about personal achievement. It's about making a positive impact on the world around you. When you act as if you're winning, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the lives of everyone you interact with. Think about it. Your attitude is contagious. Your energy affects everyone around you. When you walk into a room radiating confidence, optimism, and purpose, you elevate the entire atmosphere. You inspire others to bring their best selves forward. This ripple effect is one of the most powerful aspects of acting as if you're winning. You become a catalyst for positive change in your family, your workplace, your community. You create a culture of excellence and achievement wherever you go. But remember, acting as if you're winning isn't a one-time event. It's not something you do occasionally when you're feeling motivated. It's a lifestyle. It's a moment-by-moment choice to align your thoughts, words, and actions with your highest aspirations. It's choosing to respond with grace under pressure. It's choosing to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's choosing to take responsibility for your life instead of blaming circumstances or other people. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. There will be days when you don't feel like a winner. Days when life knocks you down and it takes everything you've got just to get back up. But those are the days when acting as if you're winning matters most. On those tough days, acting as if you're winning might simply mean getting out of bed, putting one foot in front of the other, and refusing to give up. It might mean choosing a positive attitude even when you don't feel positive. It might mean doing the right thing, even when it's the hard thing. But here's what I know. If you commit to this principle, if you consistently act as if you're winning day in and day out, your life will transform. Not overnight, but over time. Gradually, then suddenly you'll look around and realize that you're living the life you once only dreamed of. You'll realize that the gap between who you are and who you want to be has narrowed. You'll find that the goals that once seemed impossible are now within your reach. You'll discover strengths and abilities you never knew you had. And most importantly, you'll become a source of inspiration for others. You'll be living proof of what's possible when someone decides to act as if they're winning, regardless of their circumstances. So I challenge you, starting right now, act as if you're winning. Act as if your success is inevitable. Act as if you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. How would a winner approach this day? Then do that. Speak as if you're already successful. Work as if you're the best in your field. Treat others as if you're already living your dream life. How would a winner handle this? Then do that. When you're tempted to give up, ask yourself, what would a winner do? Then do that. Act as if you're winning and watch as your actions create results. Your beliefs shape your reality, and your mindset attracts opportunities. Act as if you're winning, and before you know it, you won't be acting anymore. You'll be winning. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your destiny. You have the ability to create the life you desire. All you need to do is act as if it's already yours. So go forth and win. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect, but right now, because when you act as if you're winning, you've already won half the battle. The rest is just a matter of time. Your future self is watching you right now through your memories. Make them proud. Act as if you're winning, and you will win. Not just in your mind, but in your life. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. Don't keep it waiting. Act as if you're winning starting right now, because you are. You always have been. You just needed someone to remind you. And that someone, that's me. But more importantly, that someone is you. The you that knows you're capable of amazing things. The you that understands that success is your birthright. The you that's ready to act as if you're winning because deep down you know you already are. So go out there and win. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. Because when you act as if you're winning, you've already won. And that, my friends, is the ultimate victory.